Hello, friends. Good morning. How are you? It is Saturday, the day of like partial rest for me because I don't have to work. So that's always nice. It is already so hot here in South Carolina. I think it's going to reach like in the hundreds this week. But real quick, I just wanted to chit chat. Leos, I want y'all to check in because I feel like I have been going, and maybe this happens every Cancer season, right before Leo season. I start going through this like mental thing, like, and it's emotional and it's spiritual and it's almost like very self-reflecting. And I'm just wondering if I'm the only one that feels like this. I'm saying Leos because I mean maybe everybody goes through this like before their birthdays or just like in general sometimes. And like this is definitely becoming that time for me where I'm doing a lot of reflecting and thinking about my year, my life, where things are going next, my relationships, like with friends, with family, romantically, like all the things, like just super intrusive all the time. Here's recent. So I'm just wondering if I'm the only one going through that. Like I feel like there's such a grander scheme of things. Like literally, I'm thinking about politics. I've been thinking about spirituality and like religion and so much, y'all. It can be super consuming and overwhelming actually. And so I'm just wondering if I'm the only one going through that. Like I've been thinking a lot holistically about a lot of things as well, and so I've been doing a lot of purging. And when I talk about holistic, I mean like in my relationships with people. I mean in the things that I'm consuming, like wanting to remove toxicities. Like I'm like not just purging physically, because you saw me like take stuff to the Goodwill, like old clothes and stuff, but also like emotionally. I've been a little bit crying. I thought it was because of my cycle, but it's continuing. So it's like I'm mourning some things that I'm getting rid of, but I also know that I'm making way for greater. But also like I just feel differently about a lot of my relationships with people. Um, Sorry, I was like getting dry. Just so many things, and I'm just wondering like, is this something that I will always go through? Because I do get like this, like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It usually happens twice a year, like before Leo season, before my birthday, and like during the holiday season. I get like a little bit dreary. Like soon as like Scorpio season hits, like I get a little bit dreary. It's like I know winter is coming, and I like start hermiting then, and I start just like, I don't know, it's totally emotional, and I don't know what it is, but yeah. What do you guys think? Like, what is that? So when I talk about again organic and holistic things, and I mentioned relationships, it's just really reflecting on some of my the way I am also with people, not just how I feel like I'm receiving people in this chapter, but also what I'm putting out. How am I like upgrading in a sense, not like people are like a downgrade, just like how am I benefiting from certain relationships, to be honest. And I don't think that's a bad thing. How are people benefiting from me? How am I being received? What am I putting out into the world? That's important to me. So I'm thinking about that as well. As far as being more, like getting rid of toxicity, like I've been off alcohol for a couple weeks now, and so that's different, I'll be honest. But it's nice, you know what I mean? Like it needs to happen. Not that I was like raging alcoholic. Let's just put that out as a disclaimer. Not that, but just wanting to like cleanse my body. And also I've been wanting to get rid of some of the chemicals that I use. So I've gotten rid of like a lot of our household products I have. And so today Carl and I are going shopping to replace them with some more organic, more just nature sensed products, and just some things that are just organic and less harmful to our bodies. One thing I definitely want to do is change our laundry detergent and our dish detergent. I was thinking about the things we consume, and it's like, we're kind of washing them in this thing that has all this fragrance and all these dyes and whatever, so have you. So I really was thinking a lot about that this week. And our garden right now is pesticide free. Like we don't use anything on it. It's completely organic. But I am going to start looking at some organic ways to like combat pests, because as they get warmer, they do come out. And I also want to look at, yeah, when talk about laundry detergent, like I like perfume. I'm probably never going to get rid of my perfume. But I feel like I am gearing more to, I don't know, just finding different ways to like utilize perfume instead of spraying it directly on myself. Maybe I'm spraying it like in the air and then waving my clothes through it. I don't know, you know. But as far as laundry detergent, I was thinking like, man, I'm washing my clothes and I'm putting it on my skin, and I have been having like some irritation in skin. I've never had skin issues my whole life, and maybe it's 40 with all these changes. This is one of them, but I've noticed like a lot of dry skin and rashes and all these things, you know. And I'm just like, let me jump ahead of this before it gets out of control type thing. So yeah, that's what it is. But I just wanted to know, like, am I the only one thinking like this? Am I the only one going through this at this moment? And I geared it towards Leos because I feel like there's a lot of, I mean, there's different components to that, being feminine and masculine. Good morning. It is Saturday. Carl and I are doing a little surveillance of the garden and some of the outdoor spaces to see what needs to happen this weekend. We started by pulling beetles off of my hibiscus. And last night, the deer apparently had a smorgasbord on this one. Like, literally ate my girl down to the stumps.
And broke the branches.
What a bitch. Literally, like...
We gonna shoot her!
I can't believe it. Like, it was so beautiful. Like, she literally went ham. This literally happened overnight. Great. Elderberry are doing great. They are bushing up. We started growing vines up the trellis and they are doing great. See, they're starting to climb. We did some on the fence. This is all the stuff we did last week. So that sunflower's done. I'm starting to get carrots. And apparently it's cicada season. I've been finding a lot of caucus throughout. A volunteer passion vine, and that's starting to climb and do well. And so these are all squash, and they are all starting to really blossom. Like, this has been a tremendous week for us with crops. Like, literally, I feel like overnight. My basil is all doing well. There's my green basil, my purple basil. Parsley, it seemed to doing okay, except a couple of these. But, yeah, lots of parsley. I use a lot. Look at our corn. This was our first year doing corn, and it looks like it is doing very well. Remember I told you the sunshades fell, so they fell again last night. I did some late night rigging in the middle of the night, literally. Carl is like climbing up there trying to rig some more. So I planted some purple onion. Never did that before either, or red onion. And I'm not sure what I was going to do, especially in a raised bed, but we'll see. This is some thyme and tarragon. I never use tarragon. I don't cook with it a lot, but I bought one plant and I really want to see how that's going to do. The rest is thyme. Well, this is rosemary, and then there's just different variations of thyme, and I marked them with what they came with. These are the herbs I bought last week from the nursery. Courtney, you have to go because you will start digging. There is my beautyberry bush. These are our cantaloupe. This is just some late lettuce. These are my sweet potato vines, and so those are doing well. Yeah, they should be ready by fall. We have another, what was that? That gourd is starting to grow there, so we'll let that do its thing up that trellis. These are some of my acorn squash, and they are blossoming as well. Courtney heard call Paul. And these are some peppers that we just stuck in a raised bed, and they seem to be blossoming. Yeah, so we have some bell peppers. This is some late lettuce. We'll probably harvest that today. And these are some of our other peppers. Oh my God, look at the cicadas on the freaking peppers.
It's not a cicada.
Well, cicada caucus.
It's a carcass.
It's gross, is what it is.
Look at this pepper down there.
Yeah, all of our bell peppers are doing really
Well,
well. And
bananas.
banana, yeah, I was going to say bananas, but I was looking at that one bell one over there. That's doing great. Yeah.
How did this fall?
Yeah, literally everything has fallen.
Snap.
Yeah.
It literally broke.
Yeah, that's what happened last week down there, and now it happened again this week. Sorry.
Wow.
These are a lot of our tomatoes. These are a lot of cherry tomatoes in here. There's a mix. We had some new tomato plants here that we have to get staked up. I was wondering why this tomato plant was starting to do. Look at that.
Well, move so I can see him. Oh, it's a tobacco hornworm.
Yeah, hornworm.
See him? He's got a little...
I do see him. He's a little baby, and I was like, why is there holes in my plants?
See the little horn on the back?
Yep.
Little tobacco hornworm.
Yeah, he's got to go.
You see another one?
No, I just saw that one. I just noticed the holes
That's
first.
the one that destroyed that thing on the front of the house.
Yeah.
One day. Why are these collapsing like this?
Yeah, they are collapsing.
Just the
Maybe
weight
they
of
need
the
some more
fruit.
support.
Yeah, we'll have to get this to be... We have to start tying these up. And they don't have enough water. They're like dying right now.
Yep, which is crazy because they got watered twice yesterday. But yeah, lots of tomatoes. And so those are doing well, but it looks like we got to do some cleaning and some more spruce in here. Yeah, a lot of them are breaking. So we'll work on that. These are our
like
beans.
Coming in here. Like, oh, you know why these broke?
Mm-mm.
And this fell.
Oh, the shade fell. Cucumbers left over. And this is some French green beans that are starting to grow. And so I may put a trellis behind them as well. But yeah, we have tons of green beans. I know you saw us harvesting them last week. We'll have to harvest some more this week because we have too much. And so one thing I need to look into this week, honey, probably today, is how I can save the green beans. Like, can I freeze them? Like, do I have to cook them a little bit and then freeze them?
Oh my God, there's so many.
Yeah, we have a lot too.
Oh my God, look how many green beans we have.
He loves green beans. And I mentioned last week that our yellow beans are starting to come in.
Look at them, they look awesome. Look at that.
Yep. So we have a lot of beans. And this is our, honey, what is this?
I'm having my first
pumpkins.
Yellow,
These are our pumpkins.
First yellow bean. Hang on.
Are you eating it?
Hell yeah.
He's gross. And that's my other pink beauty berry. And then we just planted some other tomatoes that we had there.
See the squashes coming in?
Yeah, the squash are
The
coming in.
squash growing right there.
Exciting.
There's little squashes starting over there.
Oh, they're so cute. I love when they are like this and manageable.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah. And another couple weeks we'll be like squashed crazy. Yeah, our blackberries are doing great. So we can probably harvest some of those as well.
Ooh, we're gonna have
Oh,
to spray.
something's eating this one. I see some holes.
Yep.
So
we're gonna have to
something-
do a little bit of that sulfur stuff we just got.
And these are my new transplants. These are raspberries. Like, we have a row of blackberries, and I wanted to do raspberries this year. And they look a little sad because they are getting acquainted with their new home. So we're gonna just pray for them and nurture them. And next year, these will be really great. I'm sure they'll take off next year. But this year, we will enjoy our blackberries. We have some mint, and our strawberries are starting to do a lot better now that it's getting warmer. We got a lot of flowers. We lose a lot of them to the squirrels and stuff like that.
But your dad sent us that owl, and I think it's working.
Yeah, my dad sent us this owl to, like, strawberry keep, our little strawberry village here, and I think it's definitely working, keeping some of the pests away from my very strawberry village here, and we'll harvest some blueberries. So looking good.
I think the birds are harvesting them for
Well, yeah, the birds eat some blueberries. When I'm out here just like messing around in the garden, I eat blueberries as well.
Oh, is that why? I keep looking for some so I can have one when I come home, and they're gone.
Oh yeah, I eat a couple when I'm out here. And these are just a few watermelons. I think we literally only have 2 plants. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. So that is that. That is the garden update. I was telling Carl like how I've been reading a lot about micro farms. I didn't even think it was a thing until recently. Look at the greenhouse from this angle. I never look at it from this angle. But anyways, I was like, yeah, I'm technically micro farming here. Like, or micro gardening rather. So look at my little micro mullen. garden.
This is
These
because
things are
we
so
grew
tall.
we let one mullen grow last year.
Yeah, and it like propagated itself almost. It's crazy. They're amazing. So next year, we're already planning for next year, or at least I am. Down there, I am going to do a little micro flower garden. Right, Carl?
Yeah, we'll do a whole thing down there.
Yeah, and
We're
it's
gonna
going to
have a
be...
guy come in and dump a bunch of dirt, level it out, and get rid of some concrete.
This is going to be a complete, like, zen area. Like, total zen, total floral. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. And another thing we talked about is doing a lot of irrigation in a lot of these areas so that I'm not overwhelmed while Carl is away on assignments. So, yeah. Now into the greenhouse. Oh, and we're going to redo the garden shed next year. We are running a couple of errands. Actually, most of the errands are mine. I have some returning to do and just like some general household stuff to pick up. And then we're seeing that there's still a lot of yard sales going on, and even an estate sale that I eyeballed yesterday on the way home that's supposed to be today. And so we were just discussing how we like to shop. Like, either if we're going to a yard sale or estate sale, we like to go early for the good stuff, and we know we're going to pay a bit more. Or we'll go later after, like, people have picked over most of the things, and the people are just wanting to give things away. So, and we get good deals that way. So we may be the late people this go around, which is totally fine because we're not looking for anything in specificity. How do you say that? Specifically. Yeah.
Just
so it'll just
specifically,
be fun to like poke around and see what we can find. So we'll see. Life hack. Carl will go, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm a very convenience girl, sorta. Like, so I'm gonna get gas when I need to get gas when I need gas. But I also never let my car go, like, in between a quarter and half is where I keep my car. He will do like 1 or 2 fill-ups a week, and he only gets gas from Walmart. He will go and get a Walmart gift card, and he'll just get gas with the Walmart gift card here. Because it's cheaper. Like, the Walmart regular gas is like $2.50 something, but me, who will go to like BP or Shell or whatever, like, and my car takes premium, so like his gas at my gas stations will be like $2.99 instead of like $2.50. Mine's is like almost $4. But here it's like a little, like $3.06. So maybe I may take on his life hack. This is the thing about this relationship that's different for me. And maybe just Carl being, more wise. I won't say older, just more wise. Like, he has all these little hacks of like budget friendliness that I'm not accustomed to with being in the city. And I don't know, just growing up a certain way. We grew up very different. Like, he's always been very frugal. And I'm like, it costs what it costs. Like, I'm not a barterer. I'm not a negotiator. Like, he's very good at that. I would say he feels I don't know the right word, but he definitely is that guy. And I'm that girl. This is like...
I love my little Honda SUV. Just shy of a full tank for $25.
What's the point? the start of a slow day for me. I always say I'm gonna sleep in, but never really get to sleep in past 7:30. Carl and I are actually going to take the dogs to the beach in about an hour, but I just like to take Sunday a little slow. It's my only day to really do that. And in my reflection this morning, I've been thinking about routine. So just like beauty wise, like I feel like in the warmer months, like I get oily. I naturally have oily skin until like fairly recent when I'm getting these dry patches. But sidebar. But yeah, like I tend to go for like deeper facial cleansers, like things like exfoliations and stuff like that more often, so that my pores doesn't get clogged, because I am oily throughout the day. And also I garden, so I'm usually covered in dirt. Like who I wake up in the morning is not who I come in the house in the evenings looking like. Like I'm usually got dirt in places that I can't even begin to explain. So bad. But yeah, what are you, like some resources or some things that you guys use in the warmer months as opposed to the cooler months? Like I feel like for me, I tend to go lighter in the summer with moisturizing, because I don't like, it's just hot and you know, sweat it off. Like right now it's almost 90 degrees already and it's still morning in the south, so yeah, that. But also at nighttime I use a deeper moisturizing regimen than I do during the day. I also don't wear makeup a lot at all anymore, really, but except like if I'm going out for a special occasion or something like that. But like, yeah, definitely wanting like a different sunscreen that is definitely more organic and just natural. So if you guys have a resource for that, that would be great. Please leave it down below, or comment, or send it via direct message or something like that. Yeah, so just curious, what are you guys' routines? Also, what are some men hacks? Like men, like got it so easy, so good for them. Like they're very soap and water. Women, I feel like we got like a whole closet full of beauty products. So what are some of the things you guys use in the summer versus the cooler months? And also, like I said, looking for some resources for some more hypoallergenic. I will use a lot of baby products too, because they are hypoallergenic and more natural, I think. But I would definitely like some resources for sunscreen and just moisturizers and cleansers. I use La Roche-Posay, and I love it, I'll be honest. Like I used to use Urban Skincare, but now huh? You want to float on there? I don't know. Is it? It could be fun. I say, well, you and the dogs try first, and then I'll. I was like trying to